Hey, Dave. Dave, it didn't go good, man. My backhand dink, it just completely broke down. Ask the pros. Okay, I'll tell the pros. This is Joey. I'm here with Zane Navratil. You probably haven't heard of him. You know, nailed it. Did I pronounce that right?
Navratil. But, you know, you started with an N, ended with an L. That's fine.
Hey, my backhand dink sucks. Like, it completely broke down yesterday. I actually slept and cried in my car last night. I suck.
You're doomed.
Dave, it didn't help at all. They just said I sucked. I was supposed to ask for advice? Okay, I will. Pickleball lovers, please subscribe. Please leave your comments and learn a little bit about dinking from the pros. Zane's at the end. Some coaching tidbits on backhand dink.
That's normally a slice.
Right? So you do come down on it, and do you let it get lower before you hit it?
No, I try to keep it at the apex if I can.
You hit it on the apex. Interesting. How come I suck?
I've got nothing for you. If it's something quick for a beginner, it'd be always keep it simple. You don't overswing. Don't let your grip be so loose that you're swinging it all around, so it's going to lack consistency. And try to keep your swings minimized.
Okay.
Short and swing. What about this? Keep it simple. KISS, I believe, right?
Ooh, I like that. Keep it
KISS.
simple.
I'm good with acronyms because
Okay.
my memory sucks.
That's because you're not 19.
Well,
You should see me at 19. I'm not doing some stuff that I did at 19.
we can stay away from all of that.
Caden,
I'm totally squeaky clean.
Caden doesn't do drugs.
No.
I'm out.
This might get us a strike on YouTube. JW, my backhand completely broke down yesterday.
Trying to keep the pedal in front, try to angle it a little bit too.
Yeah.
And just try to like make it smooth, make it a little bit, make your stroke long. That way you're not like trying to do this.
Choppy. That's what I feel. And is your wrist pretty much locked then?
Yeah, it's always locked.
Your wrist is locked.
I don't move it too much. I usually try to keep it straight. That way it just goes in that same direction most of the time. And other than that,
Then when you speed up, like when you speed it up basically, are you going over at the top?
yep, I'm just staying the rest of the time coming up like that.
Coming up like that.
Yep. That's basically
Cool, man. Let me ask you one more question. How do you say the name of this paddle company? Rogni. You hear it here first. Rogni, babe. What are some tips you can give me on the backhand dink so I don't suck?
Well, I think you got to be patient. You got to be calm.
What's your next tip?
You got to continue your stroke. Don't stop your stroke mid-pattern.
So what's your backhand dink look like?
Well, it's not as good as David Nell's, and it's getting
Let's see it.
close to yours.
I mean-
but I'm going to just push through a little forward.
So
a little
you
bit of slice.
don't have your wrist kind of cocked back like J.W. Johnson really. So you have your wrist just
Oh,
like that.
Yeah. This is probably where
Is
I
that
am.
the right form?
I hope so.
You say this name.
Rockney? Rokney.
It's Rukna.
Rookney.
Thanks were awful yesterday.
Horrible. I hate you. How come my dink sucks?
Well, Joey, the first thing you really got to do is really got to bend those knees, right? You don't want to bend your back. You know, one, you're going to develop some back pain. You know, in your older age coming up.
So let me see you dink. You got the new Rockney.
Okay, so look at this.
16mm?
So the biggest thing is, right, you want to get these knees bent. You want to stay low to the ball. You want to get in line with that net or under the net, so you're not trying to hit down on the ball or anything. Also, when you're getting low and everything and bending these knees, you can really get under the ball and you can really do a lot more with it. Also, you get a faster reload just in case, like Joey sometimes does, he puts it a little bit high. If the ball ends up going high, then you'll have a fast you'll have a fast reload time with everything.
Let me see that backhand dink.
Okay, so when you're here, get low. You want to stay under that ball and lift up with it. Lift up with those legs. You don't want to use too much arm with it. So here, boom. Here, bam, and then you want to have that reload just in case.
Would you say it's similar to a tennis slice?
No, because if you slice it like a tennis, it's going to drive it too much. When you're doing tennis and you're driving, you're trying to step into it and really get some pop on it because you're trying to drive it over and get it deep on them and low. With the pickleball, you really want to have more touch with it, not as much power on the dink.
Edward, if you've never seen the name of this, how would you enunciate it?
Rockney.
I would enunciate
Just as is.
Rukna.
Federico Staksrud, Norwegian.
He just had a huge win. Who did he just beat?
Nacho Delia.
My backhand dink just completely broke down yesterday. I pretty much cried in my car. Any tips you can give me on the backhand dink? Let me see your backhand dink. Maybe I can help you. I could really screw you up.
It depends. Like if the ball is low, I prefer if you want to dink it, I'm going to start with a low, like try to crush it from high to low. Try to do it like a slice,
Yes.
like in tennis. It's a little bit higher, then you can start using your, if you do two-handed, I do two-handed. So if it's a little bit high, I can try to roll it a little bit and then put a little more pressure down. Yeah.
Let me see your backhand dink one more time.
So this is if it's high,
You speed
I'll
it up.
try to speed it up a little bit. Not like a drive, but try to put some topspin on it. And if it's slow, I'll just pop it up with a slice.
Pop it up.
Yeah.
And is it different from your tennis slice? Noticeably
It's way different, yeah. Because in tennis you should follow through all the way. Pickleball, you're trying to cut it a little bit. That's
Cut
what
it a
I
little
think.
bit.
You know? That's what I think.
Yeah, I suck, so I'm not going to tell you what I think. One more question. How do you say the name of this?
Rockney?
How does everyone get it right the first time?
Joey is absolutely the best on the entire internet in the entire world. The
That's a
best.
fact.
The
Art's
best.
saying it.
I watch every one of his videos 10 times. The best.
Art, do you have a life? Or you
No,
watch-
I watch your videos all day long. That's why I'm such a great pickleball player.
Now, Mick, how's your backhand dink? Because mine broke down yesterday. What are some tips you can have on the backhand dink to help me so I don't want to just ruin my life?
Tips on your backhand dink.
Yes.
I would say your power comes from the earth. So you want to get under the ball and you just want to make sure it gets above the net, and that's all you can really do. I would
Like the
say,
Power Rangers, right?
yeah, let your opponent play. Don't make mistakes. Don't give the ball to the net.
Yeah, have patience, he said, because I have no patience. Well, let me see you do your backhand dink.
My backhand dink, it's going to look something like this. I got my feet shoulder width apart. I'm getting low, reaching down, and making sure my paddle finishes above the net.
Mick, one more thing. How do you say the name of this?
That's a great question. I would say rockin'.
Rockin' Sockin' Robots. That is correct. Good
Let's
job.
go.
Doing well.
All right.
You're in the
I'm
gold
pretty-
medal
I'm
match.
pretty spent. I'm in the gold medal match. Yeah, we're
Jesus.
gonna have to rally.
Hey, my backhand dink sucks. Like, it completely broke down yesterday. I actually slept and cried in my car last night. What should I do? Like, any tips on the backhand dink?
Well, I took a Jeff Warnick clinic once, and he usually just says "dink better." So, like, if just be, dink better, be better. I don't know. I think when something breaks down for me, I just tend to go a little bit safer. Meaning, like, a lot of times we have a tendency to play small margins, play really low over the net. We might be dinking an inch over the net. We might be dinking an inch over the net right down the line. When something breaks down, you can go to safer shots. Give yourself a little bit more margin over the net. Maybe don't try to put quite as much cut on it. I was a tennis player.
Would you compare it to the backhand slice at all?
I would say so. It's very similar. There's some differences. There's some nuances there, but it's very similar to a tennis backhand slice.
So you put some decent spin on that backhand, right?
Yeah, but when things start going south, it's probably best to try and simplify and not put as much spin on, I'd say.
Do you have any products you want to try to sell?
Well, I would just say check out APP Academy. You can check it out at zanenavratilpickleball.com. There's also links through the APP's website. If you want to learn from me in person, we're going to be at every APP tour event this year, every domestic one. So
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
absolutely.
pretty much any APP event, you're doing it tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, and when's the next one you're doing?
The next one will be the Monday after the Delray Beach Open, which I believe is Monday, March 22nd.
I'm playing in that.
So either zanenavratilpickleball.com. You can find that link on my social media channels. I know my last name isn't the easiest to spell.
It's Navratilova.
Yeah, exactly. Not Navratilova, but either zanenavratilpickleball.com or you can find it through the APP Tours website. There's a link that goes to my pages.
Do you owe me a beer?
Do I owe you a beer? What, I owe you a beer? All right,
Awesome,
anytime. There we go. There we go.